It'll be
Fumb.
It'll be
Fumb.
so fumb.
It'll be fumb. My language has slowly been getting worse. I've been...
Wait, what do you mean?
Well,
What do
now
you mean?
now I'm adding random... So you know how already I can barely speak like a normal human being?
Yeah, naturally.
Yeah. Unfortunately, this is like progressed now to where I now, instead of saying fun, I say fumb.
Yeah.
Okate is okay. Fuck, now I'm struggling to think of other ones. Anyway, my language is stupid and broken, and I'm just kind of inventing another language that exists exclusively for me that other people can understand but can't speak it. And I'm excited about it. Yeah.
But it's really going to work
King.
out for you when you find a nice, naive gamer boy that you can that you can be his little Discord bunny.
All right, thanks, gang, for listening to this episode. We're done now. Thank you all. Thank you. Ooh woo. I could do ooh woo. I'd be a good Discord bunny. Okay.
You're such a good Discord bunny.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Can't fucking believe you did that. Daddy.
Yup.
I've been doing that. Hey, listen, this week we're speaking about Mass Effect, the Mass Effect 3, and specifically me. I'm talking about the multiplayer. Been calling a lot of people daddy on that.
Really? How are they taking it?
Really well, because there's not that many people that play it. Actually, I'm going to be so for real. That's a bit of a lie. There is a lot of people. I have never struggled to find like a full match in Mass Effect 3 online. It's still so active, and not like everyone is super hyper powerful. Like newbies are like picking it up, and it's just people are just playing exclusively the multiplayer. It rules. It's so fun. I have a character. She's called Bailey.
Tell me about Bailey.
She is an ex-Cerberus member who joined up with the Alliance. My general story is that she was on the facility in Mass Effect 2 when Shepard woke up, and then all of the mechs are going haywire, but she's one of the survivors. But she survived because she was a coward. But like saw Miranda, it wasn't Miranda who turned everything on. It was the other guy, a scientist who turned on all the mechs and started killing people. And then she was like, "Oh my god, maybe I'm actually doing bad things, and I shouldn't be doing this."
Yeah.
Stowed away, got off the planet, and then ended up joining the Alliance to get away from. She wasn't good or mattered enough for the elusive band to hunt her down. And I think that stung more than the fact that they were doing bad, is that, yeah, they were doing bad, but she matters so little that she's not even a loose end. So in this, when the Reapers started attacking this, like a year later from the events of Mass Effect 2, she's picked up a rifle and has joined the Alliance fight in against the Reapers. That multiplayer, by the way, before we get into it, Dillin, what are we doing here?
Hi, my name is Dillin. I've played 2 Mass Effect games.
Hello, my name is Robin. Played the Mass Effect franchise 100 million times. This is Dorkspawn. This is a game where we...
It is a video game book club podcast.
Fuck yeah, baby. This week is a grab bag episode. We are doing a bunch of side quests, and we're also doing... I was doing a lot of the multiplayer. I'm going to get Dillin on the multiplayer this week, don't you worry. Before we hit the finale is very long. Someone in our Discord was like, hey, maybe you should break that up into 2 parts, because that is a lot of stuff to get through. But we'll find out. We'll see. Before we end the game. Anyway, talking about the Mass Effect 3 multiplayer, which... Spoiler alert, I did 2 side missions. It was 1 side mission and then just handing in a bunch of quests, because I did everything, it turned out. I accidentally did as much as I could, just kind of outside of just like in game. I just didn't write it down. I probably didn't. I just might not have qualified for a lot of interesting quests. But I did a lot of outside stuff. So after like an hour and a half of gameplay, I was like, okay, well, we said we do multiplayer, so I'm going to download Mass Effect 3, the original, because it was like £3 on Steam. It was on
fantastic.
like big sale. I got it, and I was like, I know for a fact that I'm not going to... the way it works, you... from the main menu screen, you just go into multiplayer. It has a galactic readiness, which in the original Mass Effect was a thing where everyone starts at 50%. If you lose a match, galactic readiness goes down. If you win, it goes up, and you're trying to get it all to 100%.
Yeah.
Because when galactic readiness is 100% in Mass Effect 3, the main game, you have a bunch of war assets, and then you can
right. And we have a chance.
We have a chance now.
Yeah.
What happens? You join. It's a PvE, so it is a player versus environment. It is a team of 4 doing like on a random on like a map against either the Geth, Cerberus, Reapers, or the Collectors. You full make a character. You pick race, gender, and class, and then you level that one specific character up, and then you then spend coins from like winning matches. You spend it on like random unlocks that will unlock like different like race classes. So you could be a Volus, saving up big for being a Volus Vanguard. The things that you can be, it's really so expansive is the stuff you could be. So there's one sec, Mass Effect 3.
Can I be an Elcor?
You can't be an Elcor. You can't be an Elcor, and it's fucking hideous. It's hideous and evil, and I know I've chastised them. I think it's so cruel. Let's find the things you could be. No, let me be one of the many. Tell me what's one of the many things I could be. Evil video game, evil. Let's do fucking races. Here we go. Okay. You could be a human, obviously, a Drell, which is cool, which is what Thane is.
Yeah.
An Asari Adept or Justicar, which I think is cool. You can be a Cerberus member who was part of something called Project Phoenix, who when the Elusive Man then indoctrinated them, after the indoctrination broke, then joined the Alliance's side against the war effort. Big Ensign member. You can be a Krogan. You can also be a Batarian, a Volus, an Awakened Collector. You could be a Solarian, a Geth, Turians, obviously, a Vorcha. I have a bunch. I have a pretty high level Turian character, which I really love because you can also see if there's anything else there. Quarian, Solarian, Geth. Yep, I've done all that. Krogan, obviously. A lot of different Asari stuff. I think that might be it. Oh, you can be a Cabal, which is fun, which is...
which are the Cabal?
The Cabal are Turians, but they're Turian biotics. Because Turian biotics are isolated from regular imagery, because that is what... Omega DLC. DLC. Nime, right? Am I stupid? Anyway, that lady.
Probably not.
It's what she is. It's cool though. Anyway, because so the classes are the same that you can pick in Mass Effect Base, but depending on what race you are, the abilities and things you can do vary so wildly. Like, so I picked Vanguard because that's what I play, which is the shotgun. I can do the biotic, like, charge, like I slam into people as a human. But if you're a Turian, that changes to you teleport around the map. You still have the shotgun, you still have kind of a charge, but instead of like hard charging into people, you are teleporting through them and then leaving this like zone of spikes. It's just so cool.
Oh my god!
So I have my I have my human oh god, I'm a human infiltrator. I have
Is this the main one you've been playing?
This is the main one. This is Bailey. This is the main one I've been playing. Okay. I played her. I just did a match on my own, so I just opened a room because I was like, no one's going to be joining this. This game has been out for over a decade at this point. They have the Legendary Edition. No way anyone's playing it. It was me. I was fighting against collectors, and then I had almost within 2 to 3 minutes, I had 3 additional squad mates immediately join. And then help me clear the run. We played a few games together. Like, it's so fun seeing. It's like it was me, a human, with a Geth, with a Drell, and then with like a Quarian, and we're all fighting together. And then after that match, and then I left. I just ended up doing a quick match, which just assigns me to a match that's open. I have never found a non-full match. I have always found like. It is still a lot of people are playing this game. Like, a lot of people are playing the multiplayer, and it's fun because everyone names their characters. When you are unlocking stuff, if you want to, like, if you get, like, a new race and class, you want to switch to that, you have to then you can like design what colors they are and what their outfit looks like, and then you have to name them before you can go into the match. It's fucking awesome. So I ended up just making a character and like properly thinking like, who would Bailey be? Like, what's Bailey's story? I don't want her to be just like a normal Alliance member. I want her to be something interesting.
Of course, naturally, because you are who you are. Yeah.
It's just fun. It's just so fucking cool. Watching, like, it's a thing that you don't get in the main game. Now, I want to say this. Absolutely zero story to this. You drop in the game,
assumed.
You are just shooting enemies for like 10 to 15 minutes of increasing difficulty before you level up and leave. But then seeing humans fighting with Vorcha against the Reapers really does give this sense of, oh, we're in it, huh? We're here to... People are gathering together to save the galaxy. Like, no one is resting on their laurels. Everyone is like, no, we have to win. And it's fun seeing Shepard doing high politics. Shepard is talking to the leaders of every nation. Shepard is helping these planets do these big things and swinging, swinging the story, obviously because they're the main character. And then seeing the people who don't matter on the ground fighting together. It's cool as shit. God, it's fun. It's so fun and weird. And I've straight up, I was just telling Dylan before this, I don't think I said this whilst we were recording. I did like 1 to 2 hours on like in the main game. I played like 13 hours of the multiplayer in the past week. I love it so much. Incredible. It's so much fun. If I'm bored, I'm like, I'm just going to play Mass Effect 3 I'm just going to play the multiplayer for a bit. It's so enjoyable.
That's fascinating.
It's cool. It's just cool as hell. And it's fun seeing, like, it's not really, it's not really, like canon in-universe stuff, but
sure.
Seeing the different types of, like, what the Asari are dropping down. Like, you have the Adept, the Justicar, you've got, an Asari Huntress, you could be a Valkyrie, like all these different
all
names.
These things we've heard about, and we have yeah.
It's also fun seeing how different how different species deal with the classes and how they are running stuff. It's cool. It fucks.
Oh, that's fun.
I just really like seeing seeing how different each species deals with the particular
powers.
Yeah. And how the class is adapted through how they change. I just think it's fun.
Yeah,
really
that's
fucking
really
cool. I like it a lot.
Do you know I've never once played the Dragon Age multiplayer?
There's a Dragon Age multiplayer?
In Inquisition, yeah. There's a multiplayer.
What?
Yeah.
What happens in it?
I don't know. I just told you I've never played
Oh my god, I didn't even realize
But I think
that.
it's largely the same kind of concept.
Oh my god, a 4-player co-op multiplayer mode. That's so crazy. That's so fun. I bet. I mean, it must just. I'm speeding through this now.
I know people play it. I mean, like.
Oh, that's so sick. Oh, I would kill you to play this. Oh, speaking of Dragon Age Inquisition, my name, because you have to log into EA to do it, my name the whole time I was playing it, every single time like I got a kill or I died, it would like pop up in chat with like my name. But it wasn't Captain Krail, which is my name on everything. It was please work and then 3 letters. And I was like, what?
Oh, because of your
and
Inquisition.
It's because I fucking it's please work DAI, and I was like, I feel like that's not that. I don't know what that is, but it's
because
please work Dragon Age Inquisition.
Game failed save,
and I kept logging into different things. Yeah, so
devastating.
Captain Krail has no minutes on Mass Effect. Please work Dragon Age Inquisition has 13 hours.
That's fucking good. That's great shit.
It's stupid. Tell me about the tell me about the missions that you did. Tell me about the side quests.
So, I similarly to you, I didn't really have that many like active side quests. I did spend a lot of time doing a ton of those kind of fetch quests throughout the universe where you're going and scanning planets. I had done a bunch of them towards the beginning. And then I had started to fall behind in like actual gameplay, so I stopped like spending as much time doing that as I was in the very beginning.
Yeah.
So I had a ton of those sitting, from just walking around. The Citadel is where you gather most of them. And so I spend a ton of time scanning planets. It is scary out there. The Reapers show up after one scan every time, no matter where you are in the universe.
Yeah,
now.
It's tough out there.
It's rough. You got to be fucking quick. So I did a ton of that. I haven't quite, one, I know that there are probably some that I didn't pick up for whatever reason. I just never triggered them or anything. And I haven't 100%ed a lot of places, but I have 100%ed some galaxies, which is cool and fun. Some notable ones. I did bring back some historical, things to the Elcor, which is really important to me because they're not in this game enough. So I was really excited to like do something for the Elcor. Got some target jamming technology for the war effort. Got Cerberus ciphers that could be used. Just a ton of stuff that's gonna like, it's like a good split, I feel, where like a lot of these are stuff that are aiming to like help us in the war, and then a lot of them are to like return things to people that have been lost because of this war. And that is, I think, a fun little bit of storytelling. I did a couple of side quests though. I did the 2-part, which is like the Cerberus abductions and the Cerberus fighter base.
Oh, yeah.
Which is, this felt great. I felt like all the side quests that I did do were back to fighting Cerberus, which I feel like I haven't done in a while.
Yeah.
And it was like, it's like I've been fighting like like Reapers and their monstrosities now for like
just guys
for months. And so it felt really fun. Like, to me, in my headcanon, Ani is like knows that the end game is coming and is just like, I need to kill some Cerberus to feel good about myself, because I drop down and it's like, killing Cerberus, this is fucking easy. Like, they drop down out of the sky in slow motion. You can kill them before they hit the ground. It's my favorite thing in the world. Get fucking dead. So I did that. The N7 Cerberus abductions is on Benning. It's these civilians are trying to evacuate from Benning but can't, because Cerberus is like basically blocking all of their exits and won't let them depart. So you have to get in there, you fight your way in, and then you find the people who are like trying to evacuate. You try to, there was an interesting thing here which I actually didn't, I meant to look up but I didn't, because like there's a moment where you can choose to like launch the first escape pod right away or wait a little while, and I chose to wait and things worked out. But I was curious if like, if you try to launch right away, if Cerberus, because there's a big moment where like when it launches, like Cerberus does try to attack, and like they attack the base, but the first shuttle does get away. So I was like, if you like try to launch too soon, do they like get like, does that
get
first,
everyone? Yeah,
because that first one is all the kids on the planet. You like send the first one with kids like off, and then you like wait and fight Cerberus before you can get the others out. So that was funny. That was a pretty fun one. Also on Benning, actually a couple of different ones on Benning that I did. And there was now I'm trying to remember if it was Benning or in another one, where Jacob has like a little relationship apparently.
Yeah,
Jason is falling in love, and I was like,
Jason?
Okay. Jacob, that he's so unimportant to me, Robin. I can't tell you how unimportant he is. But he's in love, and I was like, good. Really happy for you.
I'm happy. I mean, you might as well be.
Super happy for you. Thrilled, I think. I also did array for the ex-Cerberus scientists, more Cerberus stuff. These are the scientists that have quit. Oh, this might be the one where Jacob has a relationship, but this is where you meet some scientists that have recently left Cerberus and are turning sides, and you rescue them so that they can get away and they can help join the war effort, which is great. And I think as far as like active side missions where I actually land on a planet and do a thing, I'm pretty sure that was the extent of it.
Yeah, sure.
But I did have some good, interesting conversations. I wound up triggering a conversation with Javik that he's like really coming around on not just like me but this time frame. I think like he's talking about how like we actually have like a chance that like that they never did and stuff, and that was pretty, I think it's pretty cool that he's
finally
coming
broken
around on us.
Yeah.
Also had a
It should be this close to the end.
This close to the end.
I'd fucking
Very
hope
good.
that he has some hope in him. Yeah.
Also Edie. Edie, oh my god. Edie triggered a new shit. Oh my god. Pause.
Okay.
What was it that Edie, my God.
So this is not for nothing, but I did just like a tiny bit of googling because I know someone out there has your passion, our passion, but your passion for Elcor. So I just googled Mass Effect 3 playable Elcor mod, and someone has started a full mod where you go to Danuka, which is the Elcor home planet, and then you have to extract them. Like you're fighting with Elcor, and then you get them to leave. But and started it last year. In April of last year, they started this mod, and apparently, if you download the Take Earth Back mod, you find armored Elcor, on in the final battle. You can find armored Elcor everywhere.
That's
just
fucking awesome.
They made that just for you.
They did make it just for me, and I'm so happy they did. Fucking hell on earth.
What's up?
I can't remember what it was. Edie had a fun conversation where she was like, I've unlocked a new a component of human behavior, and oh my God, and this is crazy because my save kept crashing, so I did have this conversation 3 times and I should remember it.
It should be logged into your brain.
And it but it was, if I remember right, it was something about like, oh God, it was like about flaws, and like about how like having flaws is like not necessarily a bad thing, and like is something that like is also what makes us people and things like that. I don't know, it was just, it was really good. It was good. It was very good. And yeah, and really sweet. Visited her and Joker also at Purgatory another time, and just got more of them being adorable.
Yeah, I visited them at Purgatory as well. What did we talk about? It was like a conversation about something, and I could side with either Edie or Joker.
Oh, I think, yeah. Was it about them? Was it about dancing? Because she also bullies him into dancing, and he is like, no, I don't really want to. And you can be like, you should.
Yeah, you gotta. I think so, because I remember that conversation also in Shore Leave.
Oh, that's also in Shore Leave. That's true.
Yeah.
I might be mixing that up.
It's okay.
So good conversation with Edie, with Javik. Garrus, I think I'm maxed out on conversation with at the minute. I've kissed him so much.
So much million times.
So much million times. There is an annoying thing, which I have already told Robin, which I will tell the listeners now, is that I did all of those little side quest things, except the one that I started, I got the GX12 thermal pipe, which is a thermal fluid that is going to make our ship run better. Got that, handed it to our engineer, and he's like, cool, I'll work on this. Come talk to me later. And then I went around and went back to the Citadel because I have nothing left that's pending in my thing except for the main quest. And it wasn't triggering because I know that he's got to tell me that it's good, that we're good. I flew to another planet and then flew back and talked to him again. It still wasn't. So I finally looked it up to be like, why doesn't this trigger? You have to complete a mission. And I have no more. so I'm gonna have to Did you do the arena like I suggested? I didn't do the arena. Is the arena a mission though?
The arena gives you missions.
Oh, it gives you missions.
It gives you missions. Yeah.
Okay.
Because you do it, and then after the first one you start getting emails from fans, and then the fans ask you to do stuff which count as missions.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. So that might be a play.
Well, what did you do?
What do you mean? With the
you said
guy?
You did 2 missions. What did you do?
Oh, no, straight up. I did I did one drop in and fight people to like a Cerberus extraction like mission that Hackett gives you,
Yeah.
and then I handed in a million things
All of
until
those
my
fetch
quest log was nothing. It was the only things on it were two Omega missions.
I have 2 Omegas that I didn't
It's
succeed
the fucking Elcor sofa that I'm so mad.
The Elcor sofa. I'm so pissed.
I know. I'm so pissed about it. I just let me go back in so I could help this Elcor out a little bit.
And get it.
I'm gonna be 5 minutes. I swear, you won't even know I'm there.
Guys, I'm doing something.
I'm doing something,
Guys,
please. I'm getting Elcor a sofa. Okay. So.
Yeah.
We are going into the final act. Not even the final act, literally the final moments.
Yeah.
What do you think's gonna happen?
So now, okay, I have been thinking about this because I know that there are a lot of people who feel that the ending of this game is not great, especially compared to the rest of the game and the rest of the series. I can't imagine what they could do because like I feel like okay. All right, I feel like the end of this has to be because okay, assuming we've done as much right as we possibly can. I know that my war assets are almost maxed out. They're not totally all the way full bar, but it's way over the mandatory line by a large margin. My squad loves me.
Yeah.
Which I know is always very important. My squads all have had their, wish fulfillments granted. So like to me, I'm assuming that by and large, I have enough to at least succeed at some baseline. I figure that some of the things, because of my save file on this and some of the people I've lost, maybe I don't get the perfect ending and like some things get fucked up or whatever. But I feel like knowing the Mass Effect formula, I've done enough that I should have a chance at a successful version of the ending. So with that in mind, I'm thinking that we have gotten the universe to essentially come together to fight the Reapers. We have done something that no other cycle before us has been able to do. We have been able to thwart their efforts to shut down the mass relays. We have stayed unified and connected because of that.
Yes.
We have or I believe we're about to complete the artifact.
Yes, the catalyst.
The catalyst.
Oh no, sorry. We're about to build the crucible. We don't know what the catalyst is.
That's right. The crucible, which Javik tells us his life cycle wasn't able to do. We know that like no one else has been able to. So we have these things. I have an assumption that everybody comes together. Everybody fights the Reapers, including their makers. And I'm assuming it's going to be a brutal fight, but one where we, because of all the things that we have managed to succeed, because of our connectedness and our humanity, we ultimately defeat them and end the cycle.
I just want to go back. The creators of the Reapers, the Leviathans, because that's who Kai Leng was mentioning when they said some. Oh no, not Kai Leng. That's when Javik was like, well, someone else must be controlling them. It's not controlling. It was the Leviathans built them. Yeah, that's what they were referencing. Okay, good.
Yeah, so that's what I mean. They're now on our side. They're
now on our side.
They're fighting them.
I know. I understand what you mean. I thought we were gonna fight the Reapers and their
no.
creators.
The people
who
created the
creators
Reapers
we have
are among our our
Among Us.
resistance. So I feel like with all that, it's going to be a brutal fight and an epic one, but that we ultimately end the cycle. We do not we do not perish and start over.
Yeah.
Which I think that I can't imagine this is what everybody hates, but I think that if somehow with all of that we all die anyway and the cycle starts over,
The cycle just kind of keeps happening.
That would most definitely be something that would get me to go, well, fuck this game. Well, fuck this series. That was a bad
That fucking
choice.
sucks. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do we have any highs, lows of Mass Effect 3 before going into the finale?
Garrus Vakarian.
Mm-hmm.
Garrus Vakarian, big high.
Armenian King.
Garrus Vakarian. The L-Core in general, Mass Effect 3 did not give me enough of you, but I love you so dearly. Mordin Solus, what a beautiful story. What an unbelievably heartbreaking story.
Fucking good.
Shore Leave, what an epic time. And series as a whole, truly, like, I have maintained, this has been something that I've loved through each of the 3 games pretty consistently. I love how cinematic combat has felt because of this ratio between the active combat and cutscenes that enhance the combat. I think that this game series does it better than almost any I've ever played, including Dragon Age, where I feel like I'm constantly being reminded of the stakes in mid-combat because of these even brief little cutscenes that like showcase what's happening, and I just love it. I love the Citadel. I love how many places there are for you to encounter people. Like, you can wander around the ship and talk to people. You can wander around the Citadel, talk to people. Now you can go to your apartment and talk to people. Like, there's a lot. There's just so much of that I love. Lows.
You didn't like the tally. Yeah, more L-Core. You didn't like the tally.
I didn't like the tally death. I think the tally death was kind of bleh. And I think it also landed flat because no one seemed to care about it.
Yeah, that's weird. That is a weird one.
That was a weird bit to it, especially like given how much this game is nailing home that the reason that we're different than Javik and his people, the reason that we're different than the other cycles, the reason
because we care.
Is because we care about each other and our people. So I think that's just like kind of a missed mark. And I think that choice in particular felt a little flat to me. I think there could have been a more nuanced way to handle it, but that's okay. I'm over it. I think that the last act of this game would have felt a little bit like slow if not for Shore Leave. I think Shore Leave picked me back up into what this game felt like.
Yeah.
From the beginning.
To be fair, Act 3 technically starts like with the Cerberus mission, with the mission that we're just about to go on.
Oh, okay.
Oh, wait. No, sorry. No. It starts with the Miranda thing, I think. With the Miranda mission. Which I did. I liked that one. I liked the Miranda one.
I did too.
I liked Thessia. I know you didn't, but I did like Thessia.
Yeah.
And then going into this, because there is like, we're going to storm the Cerberus base, and then it's like the big final. But we have to kind of do everything wrapped up here because we can't continue. We can't do anything else when we decide to storm Cerberus. Then it's just, you are done.
Yeah.
The game is ending. And if you like cutscenes, we have one of my favorite cutscenes in any video game ever coming up, which
I'm excited for it. This game does them well. It does.
Oh, so good.
It does.
And you're going to see it and you're going to be like, oh, that's the one that they were talking about.
Yeah, I bet.
Yeah, because it's just cool sci-fi shit.
Yeah, I feel like I am most worried, I think, that the ending will not be, because I know Mass Effect loves to hurt your feelings, like in a way that I think even Dragon Age doesn't do too much. Like, losing your companions is so much more common in this game than in Dragon Age.
Yeah.
And like, I feel like in Dragon Age, losing your companions is always very choice based. Like, you always have like a moment to decide to betray or leave this person, with the exception of like the Dragon Age betrayals. But in Mass Effect, I do feel like this game rips people from you in a way that is more common. So I'm expecting like to lose people and like to have my heart broken. I don't think that would disappoint me. I think it would, like, obviously it would be heartbreaking and stuff, but I don't think that would disappoint me story-wise. think,
we are in like the big end.
right. I know where I
yeah.
am. I know what's happening. I know the stakes are high, and I could see that being the direction. I think what would disappoint me is if they lose sight of, like, if the ending loses sight of the moral of this story, essentially. That's the only thing I have worries about, because they really hammered home that we are different than the other cycles. And the reason that we are different is because of our unity. And it's not Shepherd. It's Shepherd is an example of what the people of this cycle
is like the beacon
care about
for people in general. Yeah.
So that's what I'm looking towards. That's where my hopes, dreams, and anxieties lay at the moment. Yeah.
Well, hey, listen, it might be a short episode, but that's kind of it. We're going into that finale. We're going into this finale next week. It's fun because this is going to take me a second, because I write a lot of notes when it's big story stuff, and I'm going to have to for this one too. It's going to be a lot. And then we're going to be full finish
fully
with Mass
done.
Effect. So, how do you feel about Mass Effect, though? How do you feel about it?
Very good about it. I
Because
really
it took a
enjoyed it.
while for you to. It was interesting because we started one, and you were bought in immediately when the first time you went to the Citadel.
Yes, because here's the thing, and I was thinking about this because I was kind of talking this over with Vidya a little bit. One grabbed me immediately in its environment and the setting and the storytelling surrounding the setting. Somewhere through like the half point of that, it got slow. Like it hit me with a bunch of really fascinating world building really fast, and then felt a little slow, and then had a killer ending and brought me back.
Yeah.
So it was like,
which is the feeling of Mass Effect 1. I agree with that. Just
I
kind
was
of how
bought
it
in
feels,
right away from the setting. I got a little bored during the middle, and then at the end I was like, holy shit, this fucking owns.
Yeah.
Two.
I get the impression that you didn't love 2.
I didn't,
which I thought was interesting, because that's the one that everyone's like, 2 is the best one.
Well, you know what? I loved the beginning part of 2. Maybe not even the beginning, like kind of the first half of 2, where you are picking up all the dossiers and you're meeting everybody and you're getting everybody's like adventure.
Yeah.
I thought that was great. And then I guess I hit maybe a little bit of a like slog after
Just
that.
doing everyone's like loyalty missions and stuff. You weren't that
What
invested
wasn't that invested in that part, but then again brought me back at the end.
Yeah. And some people's loyalty missions are a little like slow, but then it's like Morden Solus's is so like Morden Solus is too. Like it's just so perfect. And then his loyalty
Yeah.
mission is so great because it's
No, he's
essentially again
perfect.
it's just a conversation. And then him realizing that maybe he's the bad guy, and it's like, wow, this might be a perfect character, actually.
Yeah,
This
he's
character might be
great.
written so stupid well.
So good.
Yeah.
And then 3 I've really just loved pretty much the whole way through. I had maybe one
Big drop off.
big drop off in Tally's big
But the
Act
build
2
up
mission.
to that you really
The
liked.
build
like
up, yeah,
Legion
that whole
stuff
rest
and...
of the mission, I really love that whole Act 2 finale. It's just that one choice felt a little bit like it was missing something to me, but ultimately not a huge like game breaking complaint by any means.
Yeah.
And yeah, so I am. Yeah, I ultimately feel like this is such a great series, and it's such a it's so I don't know, it's so much fun. I really I feel like I still feel like they kind of lost a little bit of Shepard, which is why Shore Leave I think felt so good, because I felt like you're correct in listening back to our last episode, like that Mass Effect needs that rail and needs to like it needs to kind of tell you who Shepard is and what you're fighting for and things like that, and that's when they're at their best, when they give Shepard a personality. When they forget to do that, or they don't do it as loudly, you really do feel that you have to insert the personality, which is fine. I can do that, and I will all day. But
I get it though. It's my main complaint about Inquisition is that I just wasn't that connected to Helwyn at the end. But then I'm like, Hawk is one of my favorite characters in anything ever, and it's because they force personality on you, and it's like, this is great. You should do this. I know that this is the thing that some people are like, oh, it's not really a role playing game. It's like, no, this is good. This is really good. It's why people love Geralt of Rivia so much, because you're playing a character. It's like you're not. It's like, yeah, you can kind of customize them and see how they react to stuff, but it's like, no, you're playing this person who already has thoughts and feelings, and that's why people herald the writing of that game for being so good.
Yeah. So ultimately, I really do like it. Like, this is a series I genuinely think I'll play again. Like, I genuinely think I'll do another run for sure.
Yeah. What would you do on another run? You're gonna go full renegade? You're gonna go evil?
No, never. That'll never happen.
Are you gonna romance someone else?
Yeah. I will think about it. I'm not sure. I know it won't be Kate Malenko. I know that much.
You could do Thane. Me and Vidi thought that you would go Thane. If you weren't already going Garrus, you would go Thane.
I might do Thane. I also might do Liara. I want to see how that crazy comes across when you're consenting to it.
Yeah.
I want to...
I love it. I love that chick. I need her to be more crazy. This is fun. I did have this thought this week. Going into the finale with having Shepard not romancing anyone is emotionally tough.
That does sound emotionally tough.
It feels like she's given up literally everything, to the point where she's given up her own humanity to be a symbol to everyone else, and just like, no, I'm just going to work to kill the Reapers. That's the only thing I have. And there was obviously a story moment where I gave that up with Liara, and now I'm like, I miss it. Like I want Shepard to have someone at the end of the galaxy. And it's like, in a story, it would be Liara. Like, Liara would come back and then we'd, like, they'd reconnect. But because the game has been, like, X on Liara, or, like, X on that romance, Shepard's just
happen.
gonna go into the final battle alone, and I think that's just so evil, heartbreaking.
Awful.
Yeah.
Devastating.
Anyway, I'm very excited for the next little fight. For the next
Me
little
too.
for the next little missions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, I know you said this might be a short episode. Do you have a 15-minute rant in you?
I do. Obviously, I have a 15-minute rant in me.
Great. So, we're going to talk about the Veilguard again. Because
Strap in, everyone. It's our favorite time of the year.
Because you know what? Like, I put Veilguard out of my head. I let it go.
Let it
I
die.
let it go. I let it die. I've accepted that Dragon Age ended with the Trespasser finale. I have accepted that in my heart and soul. And so there has been like this sort of cat and mouse game that the writers for Veilguard have been playing, where they when pressed about how bad the writing was for Veilguard, have previously been like, well, this is the corporation's fault. They pushed us into all those corners. It's them.
Yeah.
Do I believe that's true? In some capacities, absolutely 110%.
100%.
Then, Trey Weeks, and I can't figure out for the life of me why this would happen, but went to speak on it. And in speaking to fans about the criticisms of the plot points missing, came right out and said that it was an intentional decision. An intentional decision on their part. To not address those things because people needed escapism. Because the world is already so tough. And then said a lot of other things. A lot of other things. Like, when you say we're going to destroy that empire, you're also destroying the marketplace full of people who are arguing over the price of bread. And if that's what you're committed to, just be aware that that's what you're committing to. That maybe a better way of thinking about it is we need to change the empire. We need to change the government of that empire and get accountability. And this thought process comes through so much more and makes so much more sense when you think about the failings of the story of Veilguard. There is, for the world that we've built, we get this big final fight against Solus, but all of the other injustices that we've learned about, which in previous games we get to confront head on. Often imperfectly, but we get to do it. We get to kill the slavers. We get to dethrone the king. Like, we get to we get to do things that in a story of fantasy. And this is something interesting. I was having a talk with Vidya the other night about how fantasy and sci-fi, and I wish he could join us for this, but we'll pull him in another time and he can talk about it more. But fantasy and sci-fi often deal with different kinds of conflict and storytelling better. You know, they're better suited for different kinds of storytelling and conflict. And in fantasy does do a great job at dealing with conflicts that mimic our real world ones, like inequity and bigotry and stuff like that. Because what you do, it's sort of like looking at fairy tales that you teach to children, where you're basically putting like a parable and a moral lesson that you need people to ingest, and you're putting like a little magical lens over it so that it gets like absorbed, you know, easier. And you're like, hey, like, it's sort of just like, a way to kind of internalize these ideas through the art of storytelling, in a way that people are willing to accept and ingest, and then to have them find themselves in that and find their world in that, and be able to literally enact the fantasy that you can hope to destroy those things that
Yeah.
are evil that we deal with in our very evil world.
Mhm.
Um, we were talking about how the flip side of that with like Mass Effect is that you're imagining a future that's impossible, like the one that we don't yet have. You have things like Star Trek where you get to imagine like a utopian society that has
Mhm.
moved past all those bigotries and now gets to go and explore and learn and like and take on all of the wonders of the universe.
Yeah.
um and then you have something like Mass Effect where we are flipping kind of those stories on their head, where humans who are still deeply imperfect and still deeply bigoted, and flawed in the way that we are now thrust into a galactic empire, and we are the new ones. We
Yeah.
are the disliked. We are the unwelcome.
Mhm.
Like, and how do we deal with that? Do we deal with that by facing it with more of the same, more bigotry, or do we go Paragon,
Yeah.
Um, it's like, so they tell these different kinds of stories, and these things are, oh my God, I could just, what happens though, when you try to water down these stories, especially when the story has already given you this context. We know from 3 games and X amount of books and comics that we are entering a world where slavery is real and has been real for a long, long time. We
Mhm.
are now actually going to the epicenter of it, a place where we know it is at its most heinous in the current day and age.
Mhm.
And it's sort of just like, and the quote I think that Trick said was like, "Oh, well, obviously slavery is bad, so we didn't need to spend that much time on that. As long as we just said it's bad, we don't need to spend that much time on it."
Sure.
And I'm just like, sure, you spent 3.5 games worth of storytelling showing me slavery. You don't think it's worth spending an insane amount of time? Like, you
Mm.
had no problem, um, you being the larger, amalgamation of writers and Dragon Age as a whole, but you had no problem with showing it to us in graphic detail. You had no problem like immersing it into every facet of the world for these 3 games. Um, you know, where is the point where okay, it's bad. Yeah, I know that, but where is the part where the story actually allows me to engage with the reality of ending an evil that I have
Mhm.
seen for 3 games prior?
Mm.
Where is the part where we get to overcome, where we get to enact the fantasy of actually being able to do something about the horrors? Because that is, we're talking about, oh, this game is escapism. The game, I mean, fantasy is not really escapism. Fantasy is a fantasy. It's a wish fulfillment exercise in
Yeah.
which we, the little guy, someone is chosen and is able to overcome the evils that we face in this world. And then when you further get into what they're saying, what Trick is saying about, you know, um, not dealing with these topics, I think that leads you down a very bad path, especially when you are writing for something so massive and so big. Because what happens when you water down those topics, I mean, we all know that, the choice to not be political in your art is a political decision. I think that that's something that
Yes, heavily.
that we've rehashed in so many various ways that it's a known now. But that's exactly what happened here, because then what you did, for instance, is you took a world that has already played with some pretty iffy stereotypes on the Canary. The Canary are from the pretty vaguely drawing comparisons to various Middle Eastern cultures. They're displayed as sort of warmongering, but then we get characters like Sten and Iron Bull who pull at that stereotype and twist it a little bit and show you some nuance to it. We see that there is some good even in 2 with the
Begins with A.
Aeroshock, thank you so much.
Aeroshock.
With the Aeroshock in 2, we do get to learn more about this culture that is different from what, codex entries in Ferelden say. We get to learn a little bit more, but we still see a lot of kind of this negative stereotype. You, with all of the power, gifts, and knowledge of the current day and age, have the ability to further nuance this culture and further develop it in your game. And instead what you do is you erase all nuance on the metaphor. You fully draw them as a stereotype of Muslim culture and Arabic culture. And you completely drive home that they are just a militaristic culture with no redeeming qualities. You, in fact, put a non-binary character into your story who is born of this background, which happens to be the only one that has ever before heard of trans people and has been accepting of trans people. And you make them choose between their 2 identities to have a binary one. In order to accept their non-binariness. Like that just what you do in trying to tone these things down and trying to not explore them in an interesting way, which I do think there's a reason that people do this, especially for AAA companies. I think that there is a perpetual fear of addressing a cultural, issue or like a controversial one in the wrong way, and out of fear of doing that you decide not to touch on it at all. And I think that is the wrong direction. I think that messy art and and conflicting art and art that forces you to feel a little bit uncomfortable will always be more preferable. And Dragon Age has done that in the past. You have Dorian Pavus, who, he's got one of the most uncomfortable dialogue scenes when you first meet him, where he is like, oh yeah, no, I know slavery's not that great, but it's like not that bad because he grew up with it.
Yeah.
And he's like, and he tries to draw comparisons to poverty and to like what are essentially slums and things that exist in Ferelden. And like that dialogue conversation is like it's like you could hate him at that moment and you'd be justified. You could decide to hate his character for that. And then, he has this growth arc where he needs to go back to his hometown to fix it and to write it. And like that in itself is a very human story. That is a very real story. That is a very messy story. And that's what makes it good, is that it can be so deeply uncomfortable.
It's also interesting, not to interrupt, but
I needed to take a breath.
The most complicated character in Mass Effect franchise, Mordin Solus, is written by Trick.
Yeah.
which is what I think is such a
I
weird,
know.
like, at what point did we switch our opinion on
Yeah.
this? Because Morden's entire thing is dealing with the fact that he did genocide, perfected genocide, and is proud of it when you meet him. And it's not like it's a quick one conversation. It's not even a quick one game turnaround. It is a 2-game 60-hour story before he finally realizes that he's in the wrong. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's a weird, I don't know, it's just a weird opinion to be like,
it's a weird one.
Yeah.
I truly don't know. And the thing is that I am so angry that like this is the justification we're getting, because I think that it undermines just how bad this was. This was, to me, an offensive game, not just like a unenjoyable one. I think that it was offensive because it was so watered down and so childishly written. And then just FYI, ends one of the good endings of Veilguard, one of the positive endings, is that you enslave Solus. That's just so we're all you enslave Solus to go and you lock him away forever. The idea that the leader of the slave rebellion is treated like a bad guy with no nuance for most of this game.
Yeah.
Is absolutely tells me everything that I needed to know about where their heads were at with this story. And do I think that this is 100% Trickweek's fault? No, of course not. I think that the writers were put on unfair crunch, and I am positive that the BioWare and EA executives had a lot of heavy-handedness into what was and was not allowed. So I am not saying that this is like their fault alone, but they're coming out and justifying it, and that's what's pissing me off. Because like they to justify this type of storytelling is worse than if they were to say like, yeah, no, we had a crunch time and we couldn't fit all of the nuance we wanted to fit in it or whatever. But like you have that, and then to play Mass Effect and meet a character like Joker and characters like Kate and Alenko who have their disabilities being a part of their character and a part of their story and like an active role in who they are and the decisions they make, versus opening Veilguard and seeing a character has a prosthetic, but it's never mentioned, never relevant, has nothing to do with anything in the story. It's just sort of there to be there. I just think that it's so disappointing. It's still so insulting to the story that came before it, which, to be fair, is deeply flawed. But again, I would rather people try and tackle difficult topics and miss sometimes and be messy sometimes than to avoid them and make bad art out of it. And that's really where I land on this. And it just got my hackles so up. Yeah, and it's true. Like, a lot of people have said what you have said, Robin, which is just like, they have touched on some of the most meaningful parts of the Dragon Age series and the Mass Effect series. So it's like, where is where is their fingerprint? Where is Trick's, the fingerprint that we should know?
I'm on r/BioWare now because I just Googled Trick. And people are saying Weeks has fundamentally changed their writing over time. And it's like, that's kind of the problem, is that their writing has shifted into a weird, God, you don't want to call it corporate, but like a more palatable.
Well, it is. This was the most corporate game I've ever played for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And people are like this one, which is this is one of those complicated situations where needed accountability finds its way to someone who earned a soft spot with you years prior. Trick is a great writer, excels with good guidance. Morden, Priority Tuchanka, and Cole all speak to this. I had high hopes when they took over for Gator, but fucking Veilguard was easily my least favorite in the series due to lack of choice, consequence, and nuance. I hope Trick and their spouse land on their feet, but that is what it is.
Yeah.
It's like we lost, like you lost that fire.
You lost the fire, and
yeah.
I do. I think. I think I want to shout out to everybody in the Veilguard critical tag on Tumblr. You are the loves of my lives. The memes are what keep me from crashing out when I get angry about it. Truly, I do love you all so much. That's my safe space now. There's one. I'm gonna read this loud. I hope this is okay. Scribe of Morpheus. It's my favorite. It's a screenshot of Dorian Pavas, and it has like a little screenshot overlaid on it of a older Tumblr post that says, "Don't take it personally. How would you like me to take it then? Professionally, romantically, academically?" Which is so good. And it's me after reading the transcripts about why Veilguard doesn't concern itself with the boring, overdone, ham-fisted fight against the Empire. Great shit. Excellent shit. Everybody under that tag, you're golden to me all the time.
This is actually fun. I've just gone on the tag, and there's a thing which is, it's a picture one, so I can easily describe it. Is it's that meme of like there's like a really thin book and then a really thick book next to it, and the really thin book says the Veilguard, and the really thick book is the Veilguard if people who actually liked Dragon Age wrote it.
Yeah.
I think that's all right.
Oh God! Oh, it's good to laugh. It's good to laugh.
Someone has written an entire script rewriting Dragon Age Origins if it was written like Dragon Age the Veilguard.
No, stop.
1 sec. Let me see how big this is, because I'm wondering if we want to do a reading. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4. It's only 4 bits, so I'm gonna send you this.
Send me it. Oh my God!
I'm gonna send you this bit, and we're gonna have a little read. Do. Okay. I don't know how good this is.
Oh,
but it might be fun.
I'm excited. Whatever.
But we can just do it.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna do the. Do you want to do the? You reading? I'm gonna do the intro. Interior, Kuslan bedroom, night, fade in. The hero Ferelden is in his bedroom, sharing a quiet moment with Darren, a trusted friend and lover, despite having met only moments ago game time. The room is softly lit, filled with an air of calm before the storm.
It's nice to have a quiet moment like this. Feels like everything's about to change.
I know. I can't shake this feeling that something's not right. We have to be ready for anything. In the corner of the room, Bark Doggo stirs. He is sure riled up about something.
Seems like you're Marabai? Oh my God, how do you say that? It's Marabai? Mabari. I haven't played this game in too long. Mabari agrees. He's got the scent of something. Betrayal, perhaps? Or maybe just some chicken.
You always know just what to say to break the tension, my love. My light.
Still, I should check the hall. Never can be too careful these days. You never know when an Arl is going to betray your noble family.
The hero has multiple choices here. Smiley face. I couldn't bear it if that happened. I hope it doesn't. Laughing face. I'd like to see Arlhow try it now. Ha ha ha. He won't though. Crossed arms. You're so right.
So it's implied that they click laughing face.
Yeah.
I'd like to see Arlhow try. Wait, did you hear that? There's something on the other side of this door. Bark Doggo.
Barfs. The door bursts open and an arrow pierces Darren's chest. He goes down hard. The hero and Bark Doggo launch into combat, unprepared, desperate, despairing, head completely full of rage and confusion. He manages to take down one of the assailants who is wearing the heraldry of House How. Pause and reflect on your choices, enemy. That's spelled Paws, by the way.
Bark Doggo finishes him off.
He was barking up the wrong tree. After battling through more soldiers, all wearing the sigils and armor of House How, the hero finally makes it to his mother's room. Dispatching the guards quickly, he flings open the door to find her in full armor, standing over the dead body of a House How soldier.
Darling, you're safe. I've been so worried. You shouldn't have risked yourself like that. I am your mother. I'm responsible for you. You could have died, and then what would I do? I am old, pup. It's my duty to die before my child. You can't risk that. Promise me. Promise me you'll never put yourself in danger like this ever again.
The hero has more choices. Smiley face choices. I'm so sorry. I'm completely in the wrong. I shouldn't have worried you. Laughing faces. It'll take more than a few soldiers to stop me, but I acknowledge your worry and apologize for the hurt I caused you. It was irresponsible. Crossed arms. You're so right. And we choose laughing face, of course. The two of them look around at the litany of corpses in the room, all wearing Horror House heraldry. Oh my god.
Darling, have you seen what they're wearing? I think these were Arl Howell's men.
Arl Howe? It can't be. He has been Father's friend for years. There's no way he would betray us like this.
Oh, darling, I think we've been betrayed.
More choices for the hero. Smiley face. What? How could he do this to us? We trusted him. To break that trust, I just don't believe it. Laughing face. How could we have been so blind? In all seriousness, I am very upset. And crossed arms, you're so right. Suddenly, a panicked look comes across Mother's face.
Darling, have you seen your father? He never came to bed last night.
More choices. Smiley face. No, I was in my room with my lover who is dead now. Frown. Laughing face. Trouble in paradise, eh? Actually, let's find him quickly. Crossed arms. You're so right.
I don't know what I'll do if something has happened to him. I love your father so much. He is everything to me, and if we are ever to part, I don't know how I will survive. We must find him, pup. I know I asked you not to put yourself in danger, but I must ask for your help. I only hope I can forgive myself for asking so much of you, of everyone.
Hero's choices are smiley face. I understand. I forgive you. But it's not my forgiveness you need. It's yours. Be kind. Give it to yourself. Maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, but promise me you will one day. Laughing face. Funny thing about forgiveness, it's easier to ask for it than to give it. But I hope you will do that to yourself. Crossed arms. You're so right. The duo arm themselves and tear off into the corridor. Across the hallway, they remember that little Orin and his mother were sleeping soundly. They burst inside and find a horrific scene in the middle of the floor. Orin is badly injured. He has a little scar on his forehead. His mother lies unconscious on the floor.
No, my little Orin! How could they do this to you? How could they do this to a child?
It hurts, and Mother bumped her head so badly.
They mean to knock us all out and take us hostage. We must find your father, quickly.
The hero has choices again. Smiley face. They'll pay for what they did to Orin. That is, if my guilt doesn't consume me over that first, which it might. Laughing face. Hal broke the one rule, don't mess with my precious family. How hard is it to just follow the rules? Crossed arms. You're so right. The hero and mother exit the room facing toward the dining hall and towards 1,000 experience.
Perfect. No notes.
Hold on. Oh, what a beautiful... I found the original post. The Harrow who can read. I commend you. Oh my God, you're the funniest person. So incredible. Wow.
That's
Unbelievable.
That's
All right,
crazy.
thank you for indulging me on that.
No, of course. Thank you for indulging me of reading a little script of how the Veilguard is written. Now, now, I have something
Okay.
that's a little. It's not anything.
Okay.
We're gonna close out next
Okay.
week. We're finishing off Mass Effect 3.
Yes.
Normally, we do a quote from Mass Effect 3.
Yes.
What if this week you're so right?
You're so right. You're so right.
Hey, gang! Thank you so much for listening. I appreciate you so much. Next week we are either going to have finished Mass Effect 3 or we're just going to have finished Cerberus. This does depend on how long it takes us, because I hadn't realized that it was super long, but I was informed that it is by Mossy on our Discord, and I really appreciate them so much. However, till next time, thank you so much for joining us. Crossed arms.
You're so right. Whatever it takes.
Whatever it takes.
Whatever it takes.
Whatever it
Shepard.
takes, Shepard.